Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. I went 9-7 last week, which is not my best, but it's a winning record, so I'll take it. Which now brings the total to 117-75. Well, I went 1-2 in the special games last week, getting the crap fest of the week correct, and the rest of them wrong. So starting out with the crap fest, we had the Bills and the Dolphins won. And Josh Allen had like 100 yards rushing, because that's what we do nowadays. Game of the week was the Chargers and Steelers. And the Steelers were destroying in the first half, and they decided to play like the previous 3 weeks or so, and they lost by a field goal. So they really need to figure things out before playoffs come, or they're going to be out of there quickly. Then we had the upset, which I picked the Jets over the Titans. And they started off the game really well. 16 unanswered points. 16-0 is a pretty good... Oh, wait! That's what the Jaguars had against the Steelers. Guess what? Both teams lost. Bummers. Yeah, and so I got that one wrong. But I did get the Broncos over the Bengals right. Bengals are really injuring themselves. Dalton gets hurt. AJ Green's hurt now. That's basically their team. Besides Joe Mixon. They only got one left. So that was very good for the Broncos. And then the Jaguars. As you saw, start out the video. They won a game. 6-0. I didn't watch it because I'm like, oh, they're playing the Colts. They're going to get absolutely annihilated. I'd rather spend my time doing something that won't cause me to want to go jump off a cliff. And then, I kept checking the score. It started out, 3-0 Colts. And then they took away the field goal and it went 0-0. I'm like, okay. The Jaguars scored a field goal. I'm like, okay. Then they scored another one. I'm like, okay. There's still 2 minutes left. Your luck's driving down. And then they just don't score. Jaguars win. And I'll take it. A win's a win, okay? The Texans, on the other hand, they absolutely annihilated the Browns. So, big old thumbs up to you. And then the Chiefs, for whatever reason, could only beat the Raiders by 7. Because their defense was just absolute garbage. And then the Ravens did not disappoint in beating the Falcons. However, they did give up a super long fumble recovery to Vic Beasley. And then the Patriots made us all very sad in beating Kirk Cousins and the squad fam. So that was disappointing. And I don't want to talk about the Thursday night game because the Saints just fell apart. But the Buccaneers, they destroyed the Panthers in a very disappointing game. I thought the Panthers were going to finally turn it around and stop sucking. But no, they're going to continue their losing streak. The Bears quarterback was Chase Daniel, so we can't really expect that much from him. But they were able to get it to overtime, and then they lost. Odell threw a touchdown because he's a quarterback. So did Tariq Cohen. So that's fun. And then there was the Rams who beat the Lions pretty convincingly, like we all expected. And the Cardinals won over the Packers, but there was something good that came out of this game. Mike McCarthy was finally fired from the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, good news. The Seahawks absolutely annihilated the 49ers. And then the Eagles destroyed the Redskins because Colt McCoy broke his leg. And Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble himself, decided to come in and play some football. And we all know that wasn't going to go well. So, that's, really all we got here. Unless you want to know what records for the special games are. 7-6 game of the week, 8-5 Crapfest, and 7-6 for the upset. So moving on to the predictions. Now, originally, I planned here, the first game was the Jaguars-Titans. Okay? That's in Tennessee. and Jaguars kind of trash lately, but they just did win. Their defense finally showed up, and that was what won them most of their games last year. So I feel like now that Leonard's back, they're able to win without Leonard, which is quite impressive with how their team's going this year. The only issue might be Cody Kessler. He might, slow them down a little bit there. But I feel like the Jaguars have a chance here, and I'm getting optimistic again, which probably isn't good, because that just leads me up for disappointment. But screw it, why not? Thursday night game, prime time, Jaguars beat the Titans. I don't know. Then we have our crap fest of the week. We have the Jets at the Bills. Josh Allen apparently is the best running back on the Bills. I don't know what happened to Shady, but maybe it's because their line sucks, and so he has to scramble away. Whereas Shady can't scramble away because it's a designed run. So, Jets have been disappointing me the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to give Josh McCown some credit for being, one of the elitist quarterback of all time. But the Bills might actually win, so I have to pick them. It's a big bummer. Then we have the Ravens at the Chiefs. Well, Lamar's having some issues with his head. And, RG3 got to play a little bit, so that's fun. So they're playing the Chiefs, whose defense sucks, but their offense is just way better than the Ravens. So I think the Chiefs will probably get this one here. Then we have the Patriots at the Dolphins. Well, Ryan Tannehill and his friends, they're like, let's make the playoffs. But they're playing the Patriots, so that's probably not going to happen. So I'm going to pick the Patriots. Yeah. Then we have the Colts at Texans. Now, this has the potential to be a very good game. But the Colts just lost to the Jaguars, and they were held scoreless. So I don't really have much faith in them right now. But the Texans, on the other hand, played really well last week, so I'm going to go with them. Then we have the Bengals at Chargers. Well, the Chargers just were able to have a come-from-behind victory without Melvin Gordon. So that's pretty impressive, I guess. Against the Steelers, nonetheless. So they're going to beat the Bengals, because the Bengals are trash. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Oakland Raiders. Steelers, if you lose this game, I don't know, man. So I'm going to pick you to win, because if you lose, that's just stupid. But then we move into the AFC-NFC matchups, and we have the Panthers at the Browns. And this is what I call the upset of the week, my friends, because we're picking the Brownies. Because the Panthers have been really trash lately. Baker just had a bad game. He's going to bounce back, throw some TDs or something. Browns will get this victory. Good job, Cleveland. Yeah. Then we have the Broncos at the 49ers. Now, the Broncos have been playing phenomenally lately. Phenomenally. And the 49ers trash. So Broncos. Yeah. Then we have the Rams at Bears. And if Trubisky was fully healthy or able to play, this could be a really good game. But he's not and probably won't play. So therefore, we have ourselves the Rams beating the Bears. Big bummers. Then we have the Saints at the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers, if they win this game, I'm just going to punch the wall or something. Because the Saints just had a trash game last week. So they're going to be like, we can't do that again. Plus, the Buccaneers defense is awful. So Saints, if you don't win this, that's just disappointing. So please win. I'm going to pick you. So then we have the Falcons at the Packers, and the Falcons, they're okay. And then there's Packers, who suck, and they just lost their head coach. Probably not going to do that great after losing the head coach. So Falcons, you're going to win this one. Yeah. Then we have the Giants at the Redskins. Well, the Redskins are basically dead. Chris Thompson played, but you have Mark Sanchez as your quarterback. So real big bummer there. So Giants. Yeah. Then we have the Lions at the Cardinals. Well, the Cardinals got to win. Which is dumb. So Lions. Yeah. Then we have the Eagles at the Cowboys. And the Cowboys kind of on fire right now. Eagles are kind of playing trash. Played pretty well last week, though. but I don't think it's enough to beat the Cowboys, who are on a much better hot streak. So Cowboys get this victory, and which moves us into our final game, the game of the week. We have Kirk Cousins and friends taking on the Seattle Seahawks, who have Russell Wilson, who just annihilates everyone. So while I love Kirk, they have a very difficult schedule this year. So I got to go with the Seahawks here. Yeah. That's all for this week, boys and girls. So smash that like button. Subscribe. Ring the bell. And as always, adios.